Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Sunday, May 12th, 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. After a 15-hour quiet period today, we are back in G2 geomagnetic storm. Get out and look up. Keep calm. It's boom time. Baseball-size hail strikes Thanet and surrounding areas. Videos show footage. Take a look at this shredder hail. Thanet is just east of Houston in Texas, the nexus of the Schmexus. Some of the videos are loud, showing that shredder hail. Here's the hail map for Saturday, May 11th. 30,262 impacted by hail, 1 inch or larger. 1,267 impacted by that baseball size hail. 2 square miles of baseball hail on May 11th. Heavy snow and difficult travel reported in central Colorado, high country, in the middle of May. Oh, holy macaroni, that's almost 2 feet there. Take a look at this. This is from Colorado Storm Chasers. Full-on snowstorm in Divide, Colorado. And look at those cars off the side of the road there. Some serious global warming goodness in May. Hey, hey. Did you know May 4th was the snowiest day of the season at the Sierra Snow Lab? Yeah, it's record-breaking. Did anyone have the snowiest day of 2023-24 season being in May on their winter bingo card? Well, you can click off the box if you did. The snow that blanketed the Sierras on Saturday set a new snow total record for the season, according to the Snow Lab. UC Berkeley Central Sierra Snow Lab said the storm dumped 26.4 inches in the last day, making May 5th the snowiest day at the lab for the year. Holy macaroni. The second snowiest day was March 3rd, which saw 23.8 inches. How do you like them apples? Severe thunderstorm watch has expired. Tornado watch continues for southeast counties. Heads up, Texas, as well as the South. There is your NATO forecast, valid through the 14th. So for the next few days, there is going to be a tornado threat down here in the South. Yellow is the bullseye. Severe thunderstorms and flash flooding potential across the Gulf states. Strong to severe thunderstorms capable of producing large hail, damaging winds. A few tornadoes and heavy rain will be in play across the west and central Gulf Coast over the next few days. Multiple rounds of heavy rainfall may lead to considerable flash and urban flooding, especially within vulnerable areas. New and renewed river flooding will also be possible in the counties in green. Click on your county for more information. A quick look at the GFS model shows those severe storms popping up tonight right there in Louisiana and East Texas and moving east through Mississippi and into Georgia through midweek. So the next 2 days are going to be quite spicy in the southeast. Let's take a look at the total accumulated snowfall. I can't believe we're saying this at mid-May. And more snow for the Rockies through the week than the weekend. And by next week, we could be seeing more snow for the high elevation in the west. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Al Gore could not believe it's still snowing. Western Canada blazes cause evacuation orders and air quality concerns as the wildfire season begins in earnest. The season's first major wildfires has spread roughly 8,000 hectares across Western Canada on Sunday as authorities issued an evacuation order for a community in British Columbia and warned of poor air quality across the provinces. Let's pull up the smoke map and you can see, well, the entire U.S. is lit up, including fires in Florida, north and west of Miami, fires everywhere. Take a look at, it looks like Arizona is burning up. But these fires are small, very little smoke associated with it. You can see where the real smoke is up here in Canada and the northern plains. Looks like North Dakota is smoked out, as well as many northern tier states like Minnesota and Montana. So heed the warnings. Not good to be breathing all this smoke as the wildfire season is just getting started. A magnitude 6.4 earthquake strike rattles Mexico-Guatemala border. There were no immediate reports of damage, but more mountainous, remote parts of the border area are prone to landslides. Here you can see that quake from earlier today, 6.4, 17 kilometers west-southwest of Brisa, Valle de Suachite, whatever that is. Overall, pretty normal activity worldwide. We did have a rumbler down here near Baja, Southern California. I'm sure it rattled some nerves, but normal activity nonetheless. Is California's supervolcano about to erupt? Well, a new study reveals the probability, and it's good news. California's Long Valley caldera, one of the state's most monitored volcanoes, is probably not going to erupt. In fact, they say, and I quote, "We do not think the region is gearing up for another supervolcanic eruption, but the cooling process may release enough gas and liquid to cause earthquakes and small eruptions," according to the Caltech professor who co-authored the study. So small eruptions and earthquakes may be in the forecast, but not a supervolcanic eruption. Good news. Worldwide volcano news update. We've got Fuego to 16,000 feet. Today, Nevado de Ruiz puffing, Ducono to 8,000. Reventador to 15,000 feet, Fuego to 17. A big puff from Sabancaya today to 33,000 feet. Manam to 15, Popo to 19. Here we can see an amazing shot from Shivalush. Field research reveals detailed information on that new lava dome. Looking spectacular. Semaru puffing to 15 today. Ubinus to 22. Who knew? Now you do. Fuego to 17. And 19. Sangay, 19,000 feet. Sabancaya to 21,000 feet. It's normal. All the activity today. Nothing spectacular. But we do keep monitoring it for your pleasure. Back over to space weather, which has been quite popular over the weekend. You can see low-level activity now over the last 30 hours or so. Not much in the way of sunspots on the disk. As we can see, we've popped back into G2 geomagnetic storm, and we will show you what's going on there. A little bit of shift here in the telemetry. You can see a small shift in the BZ, a little shift in the phi angle, bump in density, and that is all that was needed to cause this little density rise to push back up into geomagnetic storm. Doesn't look like anything else is coming, but we could just wait and see. So make sure before you go to bed, you get out and look up. Now, the geomagnetic storm that we did experience back on the 11th was the third largest in 24 years, getting very close to the negative 422 nanotesla that the Halloween storm created. But this storm only got to negative 412 nanotesla. Very close, but not enough for any blackouts or for any infrastructure problems. Please go over to Magnetic Reversal News and watch Leah and I's full expose on all the data and what happened during the storm. There have been many geomagnetic storms that are much stronger, including the Carrington event, the August 1972 event, that was from an X-20. The 1989 geomagnetic storm went all the way down to minus 589 nanoteslas. 50% deeper than the geomagnetic storm we just experienced. And we even had a geomagnetic storm in 2000 that was almost as great as the one we just saw today. So most of the storms that we have to worry about for a grid down scenario are going to have X flares in the range of 20 and 30 and not X1, that's basically what we just experienced here. A bunch of low-level X flares. And the bad news is that this sunspot is coming around the limb in a week or so, about 2 weeks. We could be experiencing more geomagnetic storms, like the March 1940 superstorm. This one almost took us back into the Stone Age. This paper, written on the 22nd of June of last year, will be linked below in its totality, so you can see what is coming soon to a planet that you're living on. A giant structure lurking in deep space challenges our understanding of the universe. Here is an artist's impression of the size and location of the big ring in blue. and the giant arc in red. These structures are so colossal in the distant universe, they defy our understanding of how the universe evolved. And that's because we think there was a Big Bang, which there was not. So when you look 6.9 billion years into the past, you can see some amazing megastructures that shouldn't be there. So what does that mean for you and I? It means that the current understanding of the universe is completely inaccurate. The universe has probably been here forever, which means it's infinite. And, well, the story of humanity and our souls and what is God, well, that's a whole nother story now, isn't it? And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video. We need your help to grow as YouTube has shadow banned us. You can become a Patreon, support the work we do, watch all of our podcasts in one place, commercial free. Buy the seeds from the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers, the cheapest on earth, and support your preparedness and the channel, the work we do. We love you. Be safe. And that is a boom.